The US Embassy in India is changing the student F1 visa application process in 2022. It's just too bright. Okay. This video is based on an article by Shivani Dattagupta at Times of India. Hi, this is Chaitanya Sambara, faculty at the College of Business, University of Texas Arlington. And at UT Arlington, we have a large number of international students who come here every year to pursue a variety of degrees. And among those students, I think the largest population comes from India. And therefore, it is important for students, particularly in India, to understand what kind of changes are being made for F1 visa application process so that they can be successful and pursue their dream of studying in a US university. Even as thousands of Indian students make up plans to study in universities in the US in the 2022 fall season, the US Embassy in India is planning a change in the visa application system for those applying starting in the summer of 2022. Mr. Donald L. Heflin, Minister Counselor for Consular Affairs at the US Embassy in Delhi said, and I quote, "Last year we interviewed more students and issued more student visas in India than ever before. This year we hope the number of student visas will be even higher than 62,000 issued last year. However, that will also depend on how well prepared the student visa applicants are." Unquote. Last summer, as US campuses opened their doors to international students after being shut down during the pandemic, the US Embassy and the consulates in India had announced the opening of tens of thousands of visa interview slots since June 2021, especially for Indian students planning to join courses at universities and colleges in America in the fall 2021 session, starting August-September last year. Students had been advised to visit the US Embassy website to schedule their visa appointments. But regarding that, Mr. Helfin said, "Last year we faced two big problems. First, because of the huge number of student visa applicants from India, our worldwide computer systems crashed. Second, a large number of student visa interview slots were bought up by those who were not genuine applicants. Also, while in the first part of the season, we had a good and genuine students applying for visas, in the later part, last summer, many applicants who we interviewed were coming to us for a second or a third time, having been refused student visas earlier. That was taking slots away from good students," he said. The US government therefore has now made software changes to ensure that students who are refused a visa once in the spring of 2022 will not be able to seek another visa interview appointment again this year. Besides, student visa applicants are being advised to keep checking for interview dates on the US Embassy website to schedule their visa appointments once they receive their documents from the US universities without any special timeline being announced for them. Mr. Helfin then went on to say, and I quote him again, "We hope to address both the problems of non-availability of interview slots for good and genuine students as well as the blocking of slots by non-student agents who don't show up for the interview with these measures." Meanwhile, the visa interview waiver scheme that was announced by the US government last year has benefited several Indian students. Many Indian students who are in the US and want to travel to India to meet their families are using the visa waiver drop-box scheme. Currently, there are slots available for this facility. While parents of Indian students going to the US to study who have valid US visitor visas can accompany their children when they go to the US this fall season to join classes, those who have never had a visitor visa will not be able to travel. Now, those parents who have B1, B2 visas that have expired in the last few years can try to grab a Dropbox appointment to renew their visas, Helfin said. He added that it is expected that by 2023, the US consular facilities will be back at 100% in India. Like businesses have had many issues in bouncing back, we too have had problems in going back to the pre-pandemic level of visa issuances. While at present, we are issuing 2/3 the number of visas that we did before the pandemic, we expect to be closer to 100% by 2023. The US Embassy also expects to start issuing new B1, B2 visitor visas in India in September this year. So overall, my view is that these changes are important and will be very helpful to those who are going for their first time visa interview. However, this not might work well for those who are applying for a visa for the second time or third time after having been rejected already once. So I hope this was helpful in some way. I wish good luck to all those aspiring students who are dreaming to come to the US and study in the US universities this fall. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind and God bless America.